Did you know that some of these strange experiments in Stranger Things may have roots in real-life CIA programs? There was a top-secret project called MK Ultra, where the government studied mind control and human behavior in ways that sound almost unbelievable today. In this video, we will explore Project MK Ultra, a secret CIA program from the Cold War era. You'll learn what it was, how it operated, and why it still captures people's curiosity. By the end, you will understand the connection between real experiments and the eerie ideas seen in shows like Stranger Things. Let's start by understanding the context of the program. 1. What was Project MK Ultra? Project MK Ultra was a CIA research program that began in the early 1950s. Its goal was to study methods of controlling the human mind. The program may have included experiments on memory, behavior, and even consciousness. At the time, the CIA was concerned about the Cold War. They wanted to find ways to influence or manipulate people's thoughts and actions. Some of the methods studied may have included drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and other psychological techniques. Although most details remain secret, declassified documents show that the program ran for over 2 decades. It was large and involved many locations, including universities and hospitals. The experiments sometimes included people who did not know they were part of the research, which later raised serious ethical questions. 2. The role of LSD. One of the most well-known aspects of Project MK Ultra involved LSD, a powerful hallucinogenic drug. The CIA believed that LSD might reveal hidden thoughts, alter perception, or even help control behavior. Researchers were curious if the substance could be used as a tool for interrogation or manipulation during the tense Cold War period. Many of the experiments were highly controversial because some participants were given LSD without full knowledge or consent. People sometimes experienced intense hallucinations, confusion, or extreme emotional reactions. The effects were unpredictable, with some subjects responding mildly while others suffered severe psychological distress. In certain cases, participants reported lasting anxiety, memory problems, or other long-term effects. The goal of these studies was to explore methods of mind control and national security applications, but the ethical consequences were significant. MK Ultra's use of LSD highlighted a serious conflict between scientific curiosity and human rights. While researchers learned some things about human perception and behavior, the experiments caused real harm and raised major moral questions. Today, the LSD experiments remain one of the most cited examples of the dangers of secretive, non-consensual research. 3. Hypnosis and mind control experiments. MK Ultra also explored hypnosis. Researchers wanted to see if hypnotized subjects could be influenced to act in specific ways. Some reports suggest that scientists tested whether people could be convinced to perform actions they might not normally do. These experiments often used small groups, and results were mixed. Some people were more suggestible than others. This research laid the groundwork for understanding human psychology and influence, but it also showed the limits of control. 4. Sensory deprivation and isolation. Another technique studied under MK Ultra was sensory deprivation. This involved isolating people from normal sensory input, like sight and sound, for extended periods. Researchers believed this could change thought patterns or increase suggestibility. Participants sometimes experience hallucinations, confusion, or extreme stress. Today, sensory deprivation is better understood and used carefully in controlled environments, like certain forms of therapy or meditation, but MK Ultra used it without clear safety measures. 5. Why MK Ultra is connected to Stranger Things. You may wonder how all of this connects to Stranger Things. The show features children with unusual abilities, secret experiments, and mysterious government labs. While fictional, it draws inspiration from real-life programs like MK Ultra. The idea of testing humans in secret labs, experimenting with mind-altering substances, and exploring psychic phenomena echoes some of the CIA's actual research interests. This connection is not exact, but it is clear why the program fuels creative stories about science, the mind, and ethics. 6. Ethical questions and public revelations. MK Ultra became public knowledge in the 1970s during investigations into CIA activities. Congressional hearings revealed shocking details, including non-consensual experiments. Many critics said the program was unethical and dangerous. Victims of the experiments and their families sometimes struggled for recognition or compensation. These revelations led to tighter oversight of government research and stricter rules on consent. Even today, MKUltra is a symbol of what can go wrong when secrecy and experimentation collide. It reminds us that science must be balanced with responsibility. 7. Famous stories from MKUltra. There are a few well-known stories linked to MKUltra that capture people's imagination. One involved a man unknowingly given LSD during a work assignment. Another case describes experiments with hypnosis to see if someone could be programmed to act against their will. While some details are exaggerated in pop culture, the real experiments were troubling enough. They combined drugs, psychology, and human testing in ways that sometimes cause lasting harm. These stories help explain why the program became part of conspiracy theories and why it continues to intrigue writers and filmmakers. 8. Lessons learned. MK Ultra shows the importance of ethics in research. It reminds us that curiosity or national interest does not justify harming others. Modern psychology and neuroscience benefit from controlled and ethical studies. These lessons shaped how governments and institutions operate today. Strict consent rules and oversight mechanisms now exist, partly because of past abuses like MK Ultra. Understanding the program can also spark curiosity about the human mind. It shows the lengths humans went to explore thought, memory, and influence, even if some paths were clearly dangerous. Did you know the CIA conducted experiments like this in secret? Would you like to learn more about real-life stories behind fictional shows? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious what surprises you the most. 9. Pop culture references. Beyond Stranger Things, MK Ultra has inspired books, movies, and documentaries. Its mix of secrecy, psychology, and moral ambiguity makes it compelling for storytellers. For example, movies about mind control or secret government labs often reference similar ideas. While fiction exaggerates or changes events, the real program provides the foundation for many creative stories. This is why MK Ultra continues to appear in documentaries and series. People are fascinated by the combination of science, mystery, and history. 10. Modern-day relevance. Even decades later, MK Ultra remains a topic of interest. Researchers, journalists, and historians continue to study the program to understand its scope and impact. Discussions around the program also spark debates about privacy, consent, and ethics in science. With new technology, questions about mind influence, behavioral research, and surveillance feel more relevant than ever. By learning about MK Ultra, we can better understand past mistakes and the importance of ethical boundaries in research. Conclusion. Project MK Ultra was a secret program that studied human behavior, mind control, and drugs in ways that were often unethical. While it inspired fictional stories like Stranger Things, the real-life events were serious and sometimes harmful. Studying MK Ultra helps us understand human psychology, the importance of consent, and how secrecy can lead to ethical problems. It also shows how history and science can influence art and storytelling. Like, share, and subscribe for more.